What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking over some things you should already know in RuneScape. These things, everybody should already know them, but they are things that hopefully some of you may not know and will learn something interesting. So do keep in mind, if you know everything, that's just because you've got good knowledge of the game, but think of it as kind of like a test. Now, do you know enough about the game, or you still have stuff to learn? Anyway, if you enjoy the video, please do leave a like, do subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's go. Just a heads up, if I sound a bit sick or if I seem low energy, I am sick, but it's fine. We're still making a video. Anyway, the first one that I want to talk about is going to be one that I've mentioned in the past, but I know many people don't know about this because it's not something you would normally pay attention to. Now, in your aura management, you can actually tell the tier of auras to know which to reset and which reset you need for them by looking at the red dots in the corner. So as you can see here, there's 4 red dots in the corner, meaning this is a tier 4 aura. You don't need to look anywhere else. You don't need to wiki it or anything like that. This is a tier 2 because there's only 2. This is a tier 1 because there's only 1, and that is how this works. Tier 3, and then of course I think all the combat ones are tiered. All the main combat ones. Maybe not. Penance is tier 2. Dark magic is tier 3. As you can see here. Even the reckless are tier 3. I had no idea. There we go. Learned something as well. These are only tier 3. Yeah. So you can tell the actual tier of the auras nice and easily just by checking that, so you know which aura reset you need to get for that aura. Next up is that on the advent calendar in game right now through December, and through December for the last few years as well, there's actually a secret hidden door if you go back all the way to number 0. So we're going to pick a random one here and go all the way back. And you can actually go back to number 0. Now it's been disabled because I've already done this, but if you haven't done this yet, each year you've always been able to go back to number 0, and if you keep pressing, it will give you a treasure and a key, and it'll also give you a little bit of jokes to go along with it as well. This is really interesting. They've done it every single year for the last few years, so I assume this will also continue on for the foreseeable future as well. The next one is going to save you quite a bit of money at bosses where you don't use your full inventory of food. And that is going to be using green blubber jellyfish instead of blues. Now, I mentioned this in the past, however, I think it was on a video that didn't do overly too well, and of course this is still worth mentioning. So if I grab one of these out of the bank and one of these out of the bank, as you can see, the green blubber jellyfish heals for 500 per bite. The blue blubber heals for 750, which of course is more and is better in situations where you need the food, but if you don't need all of it, for example at Raksha, where I don't really use any, every now and again I'll use like a bite of jellyfish, maybe I use 1 or 2 through the fight if I'm just not really paying much attention, you can end up saving yourself a lot of money. A green blubber jellyfish price checks at 525 GP, which will be pretty accurate because these are traded quite a lot, and the same goes for a blue blubber jellyfish at 4,313 GP. So you can end up saving a ton of money if you actually use these instead of the greens. No, use the greens instead of the blues. You can end up saving loads of money. I actually said this a while ago, and I still didn't actually change my presets. As you can see, everything still has the blues, and I really should change it. In fact, like, you would save so much money from this. Even just using 1 or 2 over time, this is going to add up big time. And yeah, if you can get through using greens, it is a ridiculous amount of money saved. So take advantage. So this next one is for anyone who maybe missed the update, but this is pretty damn useful to know about, and also for returning players to the game too, because this is convenient, it's a quality of life, but I know that every time I do this on stream or mention it on stream, people are like, wait, what the frick, this is a thing? Now, as you can see, I'm getting a jazz book out of the bank, and I'm also going to get some pages because I have loads of these. There we go, we got freaking 141. You can now actually extend your god books past the 4-hour mark. Now, god books used to be limited to 4 hours, the same goes with grimoire, all that sort of stuff, but they changed it now where you can actually keep adding pages. I believe it is up to 24 hours, but we'll find out together just to be safe. We're going to keep going until these pages stop. Obviously, you're going to keep going and keep going. This is on 11 hours and 16 already. Let's just keep going until we get to the end. I'm almost certain it's 24 hours, but there you go. So this is actually super convenient because the amount of times I run out of stuff. There we go. So we're on 23 hours and 16 minutes. But the amount of times I run out of stuff when I actually am PVMing, and I'm like, oh, my WEM book's gone. This is barely going to happen anymore. Now, Jagex, the next thing we need, please, the next thing is just let us do the same with rune pouches and quivers. Just let us, don't add a limit, please. Just let us add like 1 million runes or max stack of runes into rune pouches. That would be epic and amazing, and I appreciate it. Also, Angel, you the fishy angel, thank you for crashing the video. I appreciate it. But yeah, so charge your book up to 24 hours if it's cheap and nice to do. You got the money to do it, and it's just super convenient. Tip number, is this 5? It might be 5. My voice is getting worse. I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. Gotta make videos. It's just how it is. Anyway, the next thing is today, Noxious Longbow is now actually more DPS or better DPS in most situations. I'm sure there's some loopholes to this. Than actually using tier 90 crossbows, so the Ascension crossbows and back criminal bolts. It used to be that the back criminal bolts carried Ascensions way above what a longbow would do, or what any bow would do in that situation. However, actually now, with the different arrows in game, the new god arrows, the elder arrows, you can do a lot more damage at certain situations with the right arrows by using a bow rather than using crossbows. So take advantage of this, and of course the bow is now more expensive than Ascensions, but hey, if you're looking for more DPS, it is a actual really good upgrade to keep your Ascensions if you want to keep them, but grab a longbow, or sell your Ascensions and grab a longbow, whichever works best for you. But hey, it's DPS increase. It's better, and to be honest, it's quite nice to use a bow again rather than using crossbows, in my opinion. Sometimes it's more convenient to use a crossbow, which is why I keep them for the shield, of course. But in most situations, I am more than happy to prefer using a longbow. That extra range is just super nice, along with the extra DPS now. You can't really go wrong. It's pretty good. Okay, so the final thing for today is one I actually see a lot when I'm doing the coaching videos, and that is people still using prayer potions. Now, if you have a higher level prayer, super restores actually restore more. The scales of your prayer level as well, so eventually super restores get better. Now, it restores 327 prayer points, whereas a prayer potion does 317. It's not a huge difference, but the prices between these is a pretty big difference. Let's actually just go to the Grand Exchange so I can show you this properly, because I've only got some like partial flasks because I'm a cheapskate. Anyway, let's go here. We'll buy a super restore flask. There we go. And these are about 18k. We'll see what they actually buy for though. 19,800. And then if we buy a prayer flask as well, because you're going to want to go with the same dosage to get the pricing. As you can see, this is already way more. 25,000 for that. You're going to get more out of the super restore, but not to mention as well, the super restore is also going to give you summoning points too. That is not even like another part of it. There's another thing yet as well. And that is, if you use overloads and you have drank a Saradomin brew. Let me grab some of these out. Didn't need that many, but okay. We'll drink a Saradomin brew here. Even if you're on an overload, which we'll grab one now as well and show you this too. Why not? We might as well. Drink the overload. And then you can see our stats here on the right hand side. If we keep drinking brews, even though we're overloaded, these stats are going to go down. And that's just how it is. The overload doesn't keep your stats at the top. It refreshes every now and then. So drinking brews in PVM does actually lower your stats. Obviously it goes back up again, but it does lower it if you need to drink them. If you drink a restore after this, once it drops into the red, it is going to put it back up above that, meaning that you're not losing on anywhere near as much DPS. So you don't get all of the stats back. You'll have to wait for the overload to do that itself, but you will bring it back to 99 at least, meaning that you're not dropping below. So the restore is cheaper. It offers more prayer restore. It offers summoning points, and it offers stat restore as well. So for the price, it's so much better. But in it, why don't you just use super prayer flasks, because this is a super restore? Well, that's because these things are like 60k each. Let's actually have a look. I bought one before. Yeah, 54,000 for one super prayer. Yes, they restore more, but I've never ever needed to use a super prayer flask in my life. I've never run out of prayer just by bringing enough of these super restores. It's never been a problem. Maybe in some situations like 4k Glacier, I've not done that sort of thing. Maybe super high end race Zamorak it's useful, I don't know. But for a regular PVMer, you can just stick to super restores. It's cheaper and it gives you more benefits. And there we go. That brings us to the end of this one. Again, I apologize about my voice, but this is my full-time job. I just wanted to make videos, so that's how it is. And I hope you still all enjoy. And you know what? It's just my voice. It's not the end of the world. So if you enjoy the video, please do leave a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. But other than that, I will be back with some more content, hopefully very, very soon. And I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.